Imagine, if you will, the human body as a grand orchestra. Each instrument, your heart, your lungs, your muscles, plays its part in perfect harmony, creating the symphony of life. For decades, this music flows smoothly, with only the occasional off-key note reminding us that no performance is flawless. But as we approach our 50s and beyond, something subtle begins to shift. The violin seems softer, the brass grows bolder, and one particular player, the cholesterol molecule, starts to take center stage. You've likely heard whispers about cholesterol before. Perhaps during a routine checkup, your doctor mentioned it with a furrowed brow. Or maybe a friend shared their struggles over coffee, lamenting how the numbers had climbed despite years of careful living. If any of this resonates, then welcome, you're not alone on this journey. Today, we'll explore why cholesterol often rises after 50, unraveling the mystery with compassion and clarity. This isn't a lecture or a medical manual. It's more like sitting by a warm fire while someone you trust explains what's happening inside you. By the end, my hope is that you'll feel informed, reassured, and empowered to navigate this chapter of life with grace. Chapter 1. What is cholesterol really? To understand why cholesterol levels change as we age, let's first meet the star of our story. Picture cholesterol as a tiny, waxy substance floating through your bloodstream like a busy delivery truck. It carries essential cargo building blocks for cell membranes, hormones, and even vitamin D to every corner of your body. Without cholesterol, your cells wouldn't function properly, and your body couldn't repair itself. In short, cholesterol is indispensable. But here's where things get tricky. Not all cholesterol trucks are created equal. Some are like reliable sedans, quietly delivering goods without causing trouble. These are called high-density lipoproteins, HDL, often dubbed good cholesterol, because they sweep away excess cholesterol from your arteries and return it to your liver for disposal. Others, however, behave more like reckless semis, dumping their loads along the way and clogging traffic. These are low-density lipoproteins, LDL, or bad cholesterol, notorious for contributing to plaque buildup in your arteries. When everything works as it should, the balance between HDL and LDL keeps the highway clear. But as we grow older, this delicate equilibrium can tip. Why? To answer that question, we need to look at the bigger picture of a ginger process, both beautiful and complex. Chapter 2. The clockwork of aging. Aging is like the turning of seasons, each phase bringing its own gifts and challenges. When spring gives way to autumn, leaves fall, branches thin, and the earth prepares for rest. Similarly, as we move into our 50s, 60s, and beyond, our bodies undergo profound transformations. Hormones ebb and flow, metabolism slows, and tissues lose some of their youthful elasticity. These changes don't happen overnight but rather unfold gradually, like shadows lengthening at dusk. One significant shift occurs in the liver, the organ responsible for producing and regulating cholesterol. Think of your liver as the conductor of the cholesterol orchestra. In youth, it performs brilliantly, ensuring just the right amount of cholesterol circulates in your blood. But as time marches on, the liver's efficiency wanes. Like an aging maestro whose baton grows heavier, it struggles to keep LDL levels in check. Meanwhile, HDL production may dip, leaving fewer cleanup crews to patrol your arterial highways. Dr. Dean Ornish, a pioneer in preventive medicine, once said, "Your genes may load the gun, but your lifestyle pulls the trigger." While genetics play a role in cholesterol levels, lifestyle choices become increasingly important as we age. Diet, exercise, stress management, all these factors influence whether the scales tip toward health or imbalance. Chapter 3. The role of diet and lifestyle. Let's pause for a moment to consider the foods we eat. Food is far more than fuel. It's a language spoken directly to our cells. Every bite tells a story, one of nourishment or neglect, vitality or vulnerability. As we age, the stories we tell ourselves through food can shape our cholesterol destiny. Take saturated fats, for instance. Found in red meat, butter, and full-fat dairy products, these fats are like heavy freight trains, carrying LDL cholesterol straight to your arteries. On the other hand, unsaturated fats found in olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish are like nimble bicycles, promoting HDL cholesterol and supporting cardiovascular health. Swapping out one for the other can make a world of difference. Consider Susan, a vibrant woman in her mid-50s who noticed her cholesterol creeping upward. At first, she felt defeated, convinced her genes were to blame. But when she started incorporating more plant-based meals into her diet, quinoa salads, roasted vegetables, lentil soup, she was amazed at how much better she felt. Her latest blood test confirmed the change. Her LDL had dropped, and her HDL had risen. It wasn't about deprivation, she told me. It was about rediscovering flavors I'd forgotten. Exercise, too, plays a starring role in this narrative. Regular physical activity acts like a broom, sweeping away excess LDL and encouraging HDL to do its job. Whether it's brisk walks in the park, yoga sessions in the morning light, or dancing to your favorite tunes, movement matters. Even small steps add up, like pebbles forming a path through a forest. Chapter 4. Stress and Sleep, the Unsung Heroes. If diet and exercise are the lead actors in our cholesterol drama, then stress and sleep are the supporting cast, quietly influencing the plot behind the scenes. Chronic stress, for example, triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that can raise LDL levels and lower HDL. Imagine cortisol as a storm cloud hovering over your bloodstream, disrupting the peaceful flow of traffic. Sleep, meanwhile, is the body's nightly reset button. During deep sleep, your brain clears toxins, your muscles repair themselves, and your hormones recalibrate. When sleep becomes fragmented, as it often does with age, the delicate balance of cholesterol regulation can falter. Dr. Matthew Walker, author of Why We Sleep, puts it beautifully. Sleep is the Swiss Army knife of health. Prioritizing restful nights, therefore, is akin to giving your body the tools it needs to thrive. Chapter 5. Hormones, the Invisible Conductors. As we journey further into the landscape of aging, we encounter another key player in the cholesterol story: hormones. These chemical messengers are like invisible conductors, orchestrating countless processes within the body. And just as a conductor's baton guides an orchestra, hormones guide the ebb and flow of cholesterol levels. For women, menopause marks a significant turning point. Estrogen, often referred to as the youth hormone, has a protective effect on the cardiovascular system. It helps maintain healthy HDL levels and keeps LDL in check. But as estrogen declines during menopause, this balance shifts. The once clear arterial highways may begin to feel the weight of increased LDL traffic. This hormonal transition doesn't happen overnight. It's more like the gradual dimming of daylight at twilight, but its impact can be profound. Men, too, experience hormonal changes as they age. Testosterone levels naturally decline, which can lead to a redistribution of fat in the body. This shift often results in more visceral fat, the kind that accumulates around internal organs and is closely linked to higher LDL levels. While the process is subtle, it underscores the importance of staying attuned to your body's signals and making adjustments as needed. Dr. Sandra Freihofer, a leading voice in preventive medicine, reminds us that aging isn't a disease, it's a natural part of life. And while we can't stop the clock, we can certainly adapt to its rhythm. By understanding how hormones influence cholesterol, we gain insight into why these changes occur and what we can do to support our bodies through them. Chapter 6. Genetics, the blueprint of our bodies. If aging and lifestyle choices are the brushstrokes painting the canvas of our health, then genetics is the underlying blueprint. Some of us inherit a predisposition for higher cholesterol levels, much like inheriting green eyes or curly hair. These genetic factors don't dictate our fate, but they do shape the terrain we navigate. Imagine two people standing at the edge of a forest. One has a well-trodden path ahead, while the other faces dense underbrush. Both can reach their destination, but the second person might need to work a little harder to clear the way. Similarly, those with a family history of high cholesterol may need to be more vigilant about diet, exercise, and regular checkups. Yet even here, there is room for hope. Dr. Francis Collins, former director of the National Institutes of Health, once said, "Genetics loads the gun, but environment pulls the trigger." This means that while we may carry certain risk factors, our daily choices still hold immense power. Eating nutrient-rich foods, staying active, and managing stress can help mitigate genetic influences, creating a brighter outlook for our health. Chapter 7. Medications: a helping hand when needed. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, cholesterol levels remain stubbornly high. In such cases, medications can serve as a helping hand, guiding us back toward balance. Statins, for example, are among the most commonly prescribed drugs for managing cholesterol. They work by slowing down the liver's production of cholesterol, effectively reducing LDL levels and lowering the risk of heart disease. But medication is not a one-size-fits-all solution. For some, statins bring relief and peace of mind. For others, they may cause side effects like muscle pain or fatigue. If you find yourself in this position, remember that open communication with your healthcare provider is key. Together, you can explore alternatives or adjust dosages to find what works best for you. Think of medications as a bridge over troubled waters. They don't replace the foundation of healthy living, but they can provide stability when the journey feels uncertain. As poet John Donne wrote, "No man is an island." Seeking support from doctors, loved ones, or trusted resources is a sign of strength, not weakness. Chapter 8. Embracing change with grace. By now, you may be wondering, how do I embrace these changes without feeling overwhelmed? The answer lies in cultivating a mindset of curiosity and compassion. Aging is not something to resist or fear. It's an invitation to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Consider Mary, a woman in her late 60s who discovered her cholesterol was elevated during a routine checkup. At first, she felt frustrated, as though her body had betrayed her. But instead of dwelling on negativity, she chose to view this moment as an opportunity for growth. She started gardening, a hobby she'd always wanted to try, and found joy in nurturing plants, much like she was learning to nurture her own health. Over time, her cholesterol improved, but more importantly, so did her sense of purpose. This story illustrates a powerful truth. Our relationship with our bodies evolves over time. What worked in our 30s may need tweaking in our 50s or 60s. Flexibility, patience, and self-kindness become essential tools on this journey. Chapter 9. Small steps, big impact. Let's return to the image of the orchestra. Each musician plays a vital role, no matter how small their part may seem. Similarly, the choices we make each day, whether it's swapping butter for avocado, taking a 10-minute walk, or practicing deep breathing, contribute to the overall harmony of our health. Here are a few gentle suggestions to guide you forward. Nourish your body. Fill your plate with colorful fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Think of food as medicine, offering exactly what your body needs to thrive. Move with joy. Find activities that bring you pleasure, whether it's dancing, swimming, or simply stretching in the morning sun. Movement should feel like a celebration, not a chore. Rest and restore. Prioritize sleep and create calming bedtime rituals. A good night's rest is like a reset button for both mind and body. Stay connected. Share your experiences with friends, family, or support groups. You'll soon discover that you're not alone on this journey. Conclusion. A symphony of resilience. As we draw this exploration to a close, let's reflect on the beauty of the human body. Yes, it changes with time, but it also adapts, heals, and grows stronger with care. Cholesterol, far from being an enemy, is a reminder of the intricate dance between nature and nurture. It invites us to listen closely, to tend to our needs, and to honor the wisdom that comes with age. Remember, dear reader, that every step you take toward better health is a note in the symphony of your life. Some notes may falter, others may soar, but together they create a melody uniquely yours. And if ever you feel uncertain, know that you have allies, doctors, loved ones, and even strangers like me who believe in your ability to navigate this path with grace. May your journey be filled with light, laughter, and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're doing your best. After all, as Maya Angelou so beautifully put it, do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. Thank you for joining me on this gentle voyage. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep listening to the music within. P.S. If this story resonated with you, share it with someone who might benefit from its message. Together, we can create a chorus of wellness that echoes far beyond ourselves. Chapter 10. The Emotional Landscape of Health. Health is not merely a physical state, it's an emotional journey as well. When we talk about cholesterol rising after 50, it's easy to focus solely on numbers, tests, and medical terms. But behind those figures lies a human experience. Curiosity, concern, determination, and sometimes even fear. Acknowledging these emotions is just as important as understanding the science. Imagine standing at the edge of a calm lake, watching ripples spread outward from where a stone has been dropped. That stone represents the moment you learn your cholesterol levels have changed. The ripples? They're the cascade of thoughts and feelings that follow questions like, why is this happening? Or, what does this mean for my future? These reactions are natural, and they deserve attention. One way to navigate this emotional terrain is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is like a lantern illuminating the path ahead, helping us see challenges without being consumed by them. Practicing gratitude, for instance, can shift our perspective. Instead of focusing on what's changing, we might notice what remains constant: the strength of our hearts, the resilience of our spirits, the beauty of another sunrise. Take Robert, a retired teacher in his early 70s, who struggled with anxiety after his doctor flagged his cholesterol levels. He felt overwhelmed, as if he'd lost control over his body. But then he began journaling each evening, writing down 3 things he was grateful for that day. Over time, this simple practice helped him reframe his mindset. It wasn't about ignoring the problem, he explained. It was about finding balance, acknowledging the challenge, but also celebrating the good. Mindfulness doesn't erase difficulties, but it gives us tools to face them with courage and clarity. As Thich Nhat Hanh, the revered Zen master, once said, the present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. By staying present, we can transform moments of uncertainty into opportunities for growth. Chapter 11. Building a supportive community. No one should walk the path of health alone. Just as trees in a forest grow stronger together, leaning on one another against the wind, humans thrive when supported by community. Whether it's family, friends, or fellow travelers on a similar journey, connection is a cornerstone of well-being. Consider joining a local walking group, attending a cooking class focused on heart-healthy recipes, or participating in online forums dedicated to senior health. Sharing experiences, not just successes but struggles, too, creates bonds that remind us we're part of something larger than ourselves. I recall meeting Linda, a woman in her mid-50s, at a community garden event. She had recently started exploring plant-based eating to manage her cholesterol and was nervous about making such a big change. At first, she hesitated to share her goals, fearing judgment. But when she finally opened up, she discovered others who were curious about the same lifestyle shifts. Together, they experimented with new recipes, exchanged tips, and cheered each other on. It wasn't just about food, Linda told me later. It was about feeling seen and supported. If you're unsure where to start, consider reaching out to organizations like the American Heart Association or local senior centers. Many offer workshops, support groups, and resources tailored to older adults navigating health changes. Remember, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a testament to your commitment to living fully. Chapter 12. The Power of Perspective. Perspective shapes how we interpret life's challenges and opportunities. Rising cholesterol after 50 may feel daunting, but it can also be viewed as a call to action, a chance to reassess priorities and make choices aligned with long-term vitality. Think of aging as a river flowing steadily toward the horizon. Along its course, there are rapids and calm stretches, bends and straightaways. Cholesterol changes are simply part of the river's flow, neither good nor bad in themselves. They're information. And with information comes power. A powerful example of this mindset comes from Dr. Deepak Chopra, who often speaks about the concept of biological time versus chronological time. Chronological time ticks forward inexorably, marking birthdays and milestones. Biological time, however, reflects how youthful and vibrant we feel inside. By adopting healthy habits, eating nutrient-dense foods, staying physically active, managing stress, we can slow the pace of biological aging, creating a buffer between our years and our vitality. This perspective invites us to redefine success. It's not about achieving perfection or reversing time. It's about living authentically and embracing the process of becoming. In the words of Carl Jung, I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Chapter 13. A celebration of small wins. When tackling cholesterol changes, it's tempting to set grand goals, losing 20 pounds, running a marathon, or completely overhauling your diet overnight. While ambition is admirable, sustainable progress often stems from smaller, consistent actions. Each small win contributes to a larger transformation, much like how individual raindrops eventually fill a reservoir. Let's celebrate some examples. Switching snacks, replacing potato chips with roasted chickpeas or almonds. Adding movement, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or parking farther away to sneak in extra steps. Hydrating wisely, drinking herbal teas or infused water instead of sugary beverages. Practicing portion control, using smaller plates to naturally reduce serving sizes. These seemingly modest changes add up over time. For instance, Sarah, a woman in her late 50s, decided to start her mornings with oatmeal topped with fresh berries and walnuts, a breakfast rich in soluble fiber and omega-3s. Within months, she noticed her energy levels improved, and her next blood test showed a drop in LDL cholesterol. It wasn't earth-shattering, she laughed, but it felt like proof that little things matter. Celebrating these victories reinforces motivation and builds momentum. After all, every step forward is a note in the symphony of self-care. Chapter 14. Looking ahead with hope. As we near the end of our exploration, let's pause to reflect on the broader picture. Aging brings inevitable changes, but it also offers profound gifts, wisdom, perspective, and a deeper appreciation for life's fleeting beauty. Managing cholesterol after 50 isn't about resisting the tides of time. It's about learning to swim gracefully within them. Picture yourself sitting on a porch at sunset, watching the sky blaze with hues of orange and pink. There's a quiet contentment in knowing you've done your best to care for your body, mind, and spirit. Perhaps you've swapped processed snacks for whole foods, taken daily walks, or embraced meditation. Whatever steps you've taken, they've brought you closer to the person you want to be. And remember, this journey is ongoing. Tomorrow holds new possibilities, new lessons, and new joys. As Helen Keller so eloquently put it, although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it. Each day presents an opportunity to overcome, to adapt, and to flourish. Epilogue. Your unique melody. In closing, I invite you to think of your life as a melodious song uniquely yours, composed of countless notes shaped by your choices, experiences, and relationships. Cholesterol rising after 50 is just one chord in this vast composition, neither defining nor overshadowing the music as a whole. So, dear reader, keep playing your tune with intention and love. Listen to your body, honor its needs, and trust in your ability to navigate whatever comes your way. You are resilient, capable, and deeply valued not just by those around you but by the universe itself. May your days be filled with light, laughter, and the sweet satisfaction of knowing you're doing your best. Until we meet again, take care of yourself and never forget the beauty of your own melody. P.S. If this story touched your heart, please share it with someone who might need its warmth. Together, let's create a ripple effect of hope, healing, and harmony.